Oh, look at that. Finally got a unique.
No.
Let's check this out. Searing Touch grants level 10 living bomb, 85% increased fire damage, 14% increased cast speed, 100% chance increased chance to ignite, 100% increased magnitude of the ignite you inflict. Interesting. All right, you're gonna have AI go over some suggested skills and stuff for using this unique weapon.
We're looking at Path of Exile 2 and a fiery theory-crafted build using a unique staff, the Searing Touch. It sounds pretty intense, right?
Oh yeah, this staff, from what I've seen, could be the heart of a really scorching build. So what are the main skills we're going to be using with this?
Well, the build focuses on two main skills, Firestorm and Flame Wall. Can you imagine? You're raining down these fire bolts with Firestorm, igniting everything. And the Searing Touch makes those ignites even more powerful.
Ooh, I like where this is going. Flame wall, right. So we're not just blasting everything, we're also using it strategically. Setting up walls of fire. I'm guessing this boosts our damage too, right?
Yeah, that's like a fiery combo. You place your Flame Wall for that extra boost, then unleash Firestorm to just obliterate everything. Talk about a 1-2 punch.
Clever. Gotta love a good wall of fire.
All right, so we've got our main skills down. What about support gems? Any must-haves for this build? Oh, absolutely. We've got some really cool support gems to maximize that fire damage. Ignite, proliferation's a big one. It spreads those ignites like wildfire, basically turning the whole screen into an inferno.
Oh, so it's not just single target damage. We're talking full-on area denial with this. Love it.
Exactly. And then we have fire penetration. You know, some enemies might try to resist our fiery wrath, but this gem helps us pierce through those defenses. And of course, faster casting. Gotta stay agile, right? Especially when you're surrounded by flames.
Yeah, speed is key in Path of Exile. No one wants to get caught standing still in the middle of a firestorm. Makes sense. What about the passive skill tree? Where do we want to focus our points?
Well, naturally, we'll be focusing on anything that boosts fire damage, ignite, and cast speed. There might even be some nodes that increase our fire spell area of effect. Imagine turning into a walking, talking inferno.
That sounds incredible. I mean, you've got to be able to take a hit too, right? What about defense? Can't just go full offense and forget about survivability.
Oh, absolutely. We'll want to make sure we're not just a glass cannon. Maximizing our fire resistance is crucial here.
Right. We'll need some good gear with high fire resistance, and there are passive skills we can allocate to boost that even further. You know, I bet there are even unique items out there that can help us with both offense and defense. There always are in Path of Exile.
That's the beauty of this game. So many possibilities. It's not just about the build, it's about the gear too. Speaking of gear, the Searing Touch is obviously our core item. Anything else we should be on the lookout for?
Well, aside from fire resistance, we'll want to stack as much fire damage, cast speed, and intelligence as we can get our hands on. Every little bit helps.
Okay, so we've got our skills, our gems, our passive tree, our gear, and our defenses all planned out. But there's always that one question.
The boss fight.
Exactly. How do you think this build will hold up against those tough bosses? Especially those with high fire resistance or even gulp immunity.
Yeah, that's the big one. It's something every build has to consider. This build. It's amazing for clearing maps, melting through hordes of enemies. But bosses, those with fire resistance, that's where things get tricky.
So what do? Throw in the towel?
Nah, not at all. There are always ways to adapt. We might need to think about incorporating a secondary damage type, maybe some cold damage to mix things up. Or we could rely on unique items that help us bypass those resistances. There's got to be something out there.
That's the challenge, right?
Yeah.
Figuring out how to adapt and overcome those obstacles. I think that's what makes Path of Exile so captivating. It's not just about following a guide. It's about using your knowledge to find creative solutions.
Yeah.
It really gets you thinking.
Absolutely. And that's the fun part. You take this foundation we've discussed today, experiment, see what works for you. You know, maybe you discover some crazy synergy we didn't even think of.
Maybe we'll have to have you back to talk about it. But for now, this has been an awesome deep dive. So much to think about. Thanks for all the insights.
Anytime. Now go set the world of Path of Exile 2 on fire. But, you know, safely and strategically, of course.
Always. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Catch you on the next deep dive.